Welcome to r/choosingbeggars, where people can't get the best but demand it anyways. Our first post is by Koptikfo. Okay, I hope that did not sound strange. He wanted to deduct 50% of the hauling cost from the agreed upon sales price. I was selling a years old couch for $180. The original price was $600 due to a move. I put the couch and price on the Facebook Marketplace after my research of similar items. I got 20 plus responses in a few hours, but most people want to get it on the weekend. A guy offered me $120 and could pick it up in 2 hours as he had a rental U-Haul truck. I was like, this is okay, the earlier it goes, the better. I told the dude that it would take 2 people to move to his truck. He acknowledged. Here's how it went. The dude came along to pick it up and asked me to help move it in his truck. He acted surprised when I said no. I had back issues and avoided lifting heavy stuff. He was like, you said 2 people, and he assumed I would be the second person, lol. Okay, after I said no, I cannot, he went out of my house and came back again in 40 minutes with another person, hired from Dolly. He transferred me the money and started moving the couch with another person. When I checked the amount, it was $95. I asked him if he made a mistake, to which he told me, because you didn't help, he hired someone from an app called Dolly and deducted $25 or $50 he was paying him. Well, I asked him, he can't do that. We agreed on $120, which was already $60 less than asking. To which he replied, it is logical that I pay for a mover person if I did not help. And now that the couch is in my driveway, 2 stairs down, what am I going to do anyways? And move it back with my broken back? I asked him to leave the couch on my driveway and refunded his money and asked him to leave. I then sold the couch to someone else on Facebook. I deducted the cost to $100 with the condition if someone can pick up on the same day, and a few people agreed and one of them took it in like 30 minutes. The dude ended up losing $50, which he paid to the extra hand and left. I have only 1 review on my Facebook seller profile, and it is 1 star, and I know who gave it. Does it belong here? If no, I'll delete it. I honestly don't really know how choosing beggars work, to be honest, so I say to yes, since it is 98% upvoted. But anyways, okay, why would you have to pay for the mover's cost? That's like working at Subway, and then your boss is like, since you won't take the manager's job, I'm deducting your pay. I don't know really. I can't really think of a example. Let's see. Yeah, I really can't. I know. Because the waiter won't feed your kid, you give them less tip because you have to do it. Our next post is by Curious Trifle 730. Lady wanted half-price food plus free drink. I work at a restaurant. Yesterday, I had a lady ordering scallops. Everything seemed to be okay until I picked up her plate just with the empty shells and she complained, showing me a piece of shell. Like, duh, lady, you just ordered scallops. Anyways, I went to the chef. He said the same thing back. It was a piece of shell, totally normal, as she ordered scallops that were served on top of the shell. I explained to her that it was okay, and I was happy to give her a free coffee. While I was explaining to her, she was closing her eyes and faking a pain face while grabbing her cheek. She said she hurt her gums and it was very painful. I repeated I was happy to give her free coffee, and she was like, okay, I want a coffee and another lot of scallops to take home. So I said I could put it through, but she'll have to pay for the scallops as we were not going to give them to her for free. Wait, before I continue, who complains about shells on seafood? It's like eating a lobster and complaining about the shell. She was shocked and asked if she was asked why she was very unhappy. So I said all I could give her was a complimentary coffee. So she asked if she could get a soft drink instead. I said yes, and she was like, okay, I'll take a soft drink and I'll pay half price for the food. Again, I said that wasn't possible, that she could get a free drink, but she'll have to pay the price for the food. She went on her pain face again and said she would pay half price, so I said that wasn't possible as she ate all, so she said she'd have to spit it. They didn't put it on a napkin, and the napkin's had her purse. Once again, I said no, but insisted, so I told her I'd better call my manager to talk to her and left. When manager saw her, he told me it wasn't the first time she was trying to get free food, but that she knew him and she knows he wouldn't give her anything for free. Just as he said, she accepted the free drink and paid full price right away. I guess it was the first time she saw me and thought she could get away with it. Well, she didn't. I guess she does the same thing everywhere she goes. What a miserable existence. Edit. As I read many comments wondering if she tipped me, she didn't. I live in Australia, which doesn't have a tipping culture. But don't be sad for me. We get decent wages from our employers. Seriously, who complains about shells? Yes, after I ate clams, there were shells. That is very... I need a manager right now, okay? Shells are very bad. Oh my god. Our next post is by InkMage94. Mow my lawn or give me money. This is more my dad's story than mine. However, he doesn't have Reddit. My dad was mowing our lawn when he spotted an elderly neighbor that he knows who is out for a walk. They had a bit of a chat, and before he left, the neighbor made a joking comment of, "Can you do my lawn when you're done here?" Now, my dad gets along well with the neighbor and knows that he doesn't have much of a lawn to speak of. It's more of like a strip of grass by the sidewalk, and that he struggles to mow it. So to be nice, my dad brings his lawnmower to the neighbor's house and mows his lawn for him. The neighbor is extremely grateful, offers my dad some money, which he turns down, and offers him a glass of lemonade that they share from a responsible social distance. This is where the story should have ended. Just a cute story about the neighbors being nice, but the elderly neighbor lives next to a choosing beggar. The choosing beggar is an elderly, disabled, or in any way incapable of mowing her own lawn. She just doesn't like doing it. She saw my dad mowing the neighbor's lawn and saw him turning down money, and she decided she was entitled to the same thing. She stormed outside and impatiently huffed while Dad and the elderly neighbor drank lemonade and chatted. When my dad started packing up his lawnmower and getting ready to go, she stomped over and whined, "What about me?" Dad looked at her in confusion and asked what does she mean. She responded with, "Aren't you going to mow my lawn too?" My dad declined since A, she's able to mow her own lawn, and B, she has a huge lawn, and C, he has other things he needs to do. When Dad turns on choosing beggars, she has the audacity to say, "Well, you should at least give me $15 so I can pay one of the local kids to mow the lawn if you won't do it yourself." Gee, what the hell? My dad didn't even bother arguing with her. He just packed up and left with her throwing a tantrum as we went. He and the elderly neighbor are still good friends. Dad will show up when he sees the neighbor's patch of grass getting a bit too long and mow it for him. Oh my gosh. And the elderly neighbor drops off jars of jam and chutney that he makes himself. The choosing beggar huffs every time she sees Dad and still makes comments about how he should be mowing her lawn too. Too long didn't read. Dad mows an elderly neighbor's lawn to be nice, and the choosing beggar expects him to either mow his lawn or pay someone to do it. Gee, on that note, I don't really like making these videos, so please make the videos for me, or just pay me like $1,000 to make to have someone make high quality videos for you, since my videos aren't even that high quality anyways. Our next post is by Exciting Tune. That's not enough for my bus ticket. This is my first time posting in this sub, so apologies if I do anything incorrectly. One day I was walking into the city from my work. There's a liquor store on the way, and as I walk by, I see 3 guys standing outside it talking. One of them sees me walking and makes a beeline for me. I'm pretty nervous at seeing some strange dude walking towards me, but it's the middle of the day, so there's a fair few people driving past. So this guy comes up and pulls up his shirt. He has those sticky pads on him that they use in the hospitals for the ECG tests on his chest. So he tells me that he had a heart attack and was only just let out of the hospital. He also claims that none of his family know that he was in the hospital, and to them, he has basically just gone missing for several weeks. Now, I have a bit of experience in hospitals, and I know that one, electrocardiogram Okay, no, I give up. An ECG is often done as a matter of course in the ER department. And two, there's no way that someone had been in the hospital for several weeks and no one in his family had been contacted about it. And that's the next kin for. And three, you need someone to come and collect you from the hospital. They will call someone for you if you ask. However, I'm on my own and this guy has two buddies, so I don't argue the point. So he says he needs money to get the bus back home. I reach into my bag, careful not to take out my purse, and give the guy a couple bucks. He looks at it and say, "But the bus costs $5 to his hometown." I say sorry, but that's all I have, which is true. I don't really carry a lot of cash if I can help it. He then says, "Can I use your phone to call my family?" At this point, I'm thinking there's no way in heck I'm giving you my phone. Still trying to be as non-confrontational as possible, I say sorry, but my phone is out of credit, to which he replies, "You can just buy some credit with your phone and let me use it." I'm super uncomfortable at that point and getting kind of pissed, so I tell him that I'm not doing that and walk off. He returns to his buddy and they watch as I walk away. I wonder how many other people he gave that particular sob story to that day. Ooh, that's a serious red flag. I thought you were gonna get robbed or something. I mean, luckily it got away really quickly, am I right? So, yeah. I guess good luck. I don't know. Jeez, that's a serious issue, actually.